Well, like I said, there are a lot of reactions that are coming in, and this particular reaction is coming in from the former India captain, the former number 4, Virat Kohli himself. He has posted on his social media and he says that great victory for India at Edgbaston, fearless and kept pushing England to the wall. Brilliantly led by Shubman with the bat, and in the field and impactful performances from everyone. Special mention to Siraj and Akash for the way they bowled on this particular pitch. And Rika Roy joins us to get us more on this. Rika, first of all, I'm pretty sure you're very, very happy because not a lot of people were giving India a chance, especially after what transpired in the first test. But this speaks volumes about the character that this team possesses. A young team, a young captain, and we managed to get this result. Absolutely fantastic.
I think, Osama, what really has resulted in this is fearlessness.
Yeah.
They did not think about winning in Birmingham. No one gave them a chance. It has taken India a wait of 6 decades, as one would say, close to 7 decades, to notch up a win in Birmingham. And this win is special in every way. You see, India for the last few months has seen the lowest low in Test cricket, losing to New Zealand, losing against Australia. And when they reached England, it was a fairly young side because the veterans like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma had retired. In this test, we didn't even have Jasprit Bumrah because Bumrah is to play only 3 tests in the series. And the team management thought that this was the best chance to leave out Bumrah, for Bumrah to sit out. In fact, Ravi Shastri, ahead of the test match, was saying, what is the rationale in leaving out Bumrah in this test if they want to make it 1-1 going into the next test? But despite all the apprehensions of everyone, all the cricket experts, India has finally managed to bounce back and make it 1-1. And that really was made possible by the mountain of runs that was scored by this young Indian team, ably led by Shubman Gill from the front with those 430 runs, match aggregate. And around him, there were the likes of Rishabh Pant, there was Ravindra Jadeja, KL Rahul, all of them ably contributing to India's win there. 608 as target was never going to be chased down, even by the Baz bowlers. They did, make India wait for that win. Last night, at the close of play, India was 7 wickets from the win. And to take those 7 wickets, India had to, wait for the rain gods to hold up. And then England,
thank God for that. And thank God for that.
It's not just the batters, the bowlers also stood up.
Absolutely.
Akash, who was drafted into the game for this match, and Mohammed Siraj, in the absence of Jasprit Bumrah, they walked the talk and delivered those 17 wickets and an eventual India win.
You mentioned about this team. You mentioned about Shubman Gill, how he led this particular team. Another prince, the Prince of Kolkata, he has posted on his social media as well. And this is high praise for the Prince of Indian cricket at this moment. He says, what a performance by Shubman Gill and his team with the bat and now with the ball. Akash Deep and Siraj, just brilliant. Indian attack looking far superior than the English attack. And this is quite significant. This statement is quite significant when he speaks about the bowling. He says Akash Deep and Siraj are workhorses. India win without Bumrah, and that is a point that you were also making at this point. Can't be better result with the fantastic Gill in charge. What a fantastic batting effort.
Absolutely. Shubman Gill there led from the front. He was the powerhouse. He was the one who powered on India in this test match, setting a standard for the rest of them to follow. If Virat Kohli set a standard with his fitness, of course, not to forget his batting, Shubman Gill is setting standard with the amount of numbers, with the volume of numbers that he is scoring. Already he is on the top of run charts in this test series. 430 runs, his match aggregate, and for the first time ever, I have to emphasize here, Osama, that for the first time ever, a batter in Test cricket has got a 250 plus score and a 150 plus score. It has never happened before. So Shubman Gill is setting Gill standards.
He's setting those standards, and not just for himself, but for the entire team. Ranjit Bajaj also joins us at this point of time as founder of Minerva Cricket Club. Ranjit Bajaj, there is a reason why we all say that we love Test cricket.
Yes, Osama, thank you so much first for having me. And I totally agree with Rika and even what you were saying. But I'm so happy that I was also proven right, because there were so many doubts going on when Shubman was declared as captain, such a young age, especially with doubts coming in that he hasn't scored in Sena countries. Sena being South Africa, England, New Zealand, Australia. That's the best, pitches where the best batsmen are decided. And this man has not only done that, he's done something which no Indian batsman has done in English soil. He scored a double century. And like Rika just said, I didn't even know that no one has ever scored 250 and 150 in the same match. He's already got 600 plus runs in his first 2 test matches as the captain of India. And I can truly say that this is the Gill era. This is the Gill era starting, and this is the birth of a legend, the birth of a new superstar in Indian cricket, not only as a great batsman, but as a great leader. Because people were doubting. See, people don't understand, in the first test match, it was only one bad day. Other than that, India won each and every session there was to win. And when you look at that stat and then you couple it up with Bumrah not being there, oh my God, pulling this off. See, the mentality of the team, knowing that Bumrah is not there and Akash Deep and Siraj are good enough to take the 20 wickets, and then Shubman trusting them with that, and then them standing up to do that. That means we have a great future ahead. Imagine when Bumrah comes back, what's going to happen to the English then? And Shubman on a roll, we are going to see so many more runs, because what he has done is that he has not only proven to us, he's actually proven to himself that not only does he belong there, he belongs to the top, and he's going to be a legend.
Absolutely. And, you made a very great point there about how we might see Bumrah in the third test at Lord's. And Rika, when you look at this bowling lineup now, you have Bumrah, the way that Siraj has bowled in the first innings, and then Akash Deep in the second. Who is going to sit out in the Lord's test?
If you ask me, and while you were asking me that question, I knew what was coming. What was the question? My answer probably would be Prasidh Krishna. I don't see anyone else sitting out of the Lord's test. Most probably it's going to be Prasidh Krishna. But I am still surprised by the way Kuldeep Yadav is sitting out of this test series, because he is a phenomenal bowler, and India will probably do well playing him at some point in time. We'll have to wait and see. One of the interesting things, Osama, I'll have to tell you that when it came to team selection, a lot has been spoken, but I believe that Shubman Gill had the ultimate say. Even the selector, the chairman of selector, and the and the superstar coach that Indian cricket team has left the final selection call to Shubman Gill, and it was Gill's team that conquered Fortress Birmingham, which is why I would say that this win is extra special. A young captain, a young 25-year-old captain who led from the front, firstly with his with a number of runs, with the tons of runs he scored, and then he made those perfect selection calls. He knew the 11 men who could get him to the mountain tonight.
I want to focus a little bit on Akash Deep, and this is a story that everyone needs to know and everyone needs to learn from. This guy was banned by the Bihar Cricket Association. His father suffered paralysis at the age of 23. He took a 3-year break from cricket. He then makes a comeback and then establishes himself in the IPL and then makes his way into the Indian cricket team. This particular moment, when he gets his maiden 5-wicket, what does it mean for somebody like an Akash Deep, Rika?
Osama, we love these comeback stories, don't we?
Absolutely.
We the dog. Sports is all about celebrating underdogs. And Akash Deep is once again a classic underdog story. You just narrated what he has gone through. He's gone through terrible trauma. He's gone through a lot of setbacks in his career, but he took the IPL path to come back. He is when we look at him today, we looked at him in Birmingham, he appeared a classical test bowler. He held out his own. In the last moment when he took that last wicket, I think at that point he realized that it wasn't just a wicket, it was a 10-wicket haul in a test match. He's garnered a 10 for in this match.
Yeah.
And that's very, very special for any bowler. It is a big moment for him, a big moment on a big stage. Look at the Birmingham Stadium, look at the Edgbaston Stadium today. It is packed to rafters. India has had several key moments. Osama, I will tell you one of the key moments that I have covered at the Edgbaston Stadium is India winning the Champions Trophy.
Yeah.
It was his team back in 2013. It was the summer of 2013 that gave us one very, very special player called Ravindra Jadeja. And there were, banners and posters of Ravi Jadeja that night all over the Edgbaston Stadium.
The Bharat Army there, they were chanting Ravi Jadeja's name throughout, despite the fact that he didn't get to bowl a lot. But that's the kind of love that the Indians were there they have for Ravi Jadeja, because what he brings to the table is something absolutely unique. There is no other all-rounder in the world of Test cricket who has the kind of value that he brings to the team, and that is absolutely special, isn't it, Ranjit Bajaj?
Osama, I totally agree with you there. In fact, imagine you can come to know what Rika was saying about Kuldeep Yadav not playing.
Yeah.
I think they've been talking about how Bashir was getting smashed all over and not being probably a spinner's wicket, and that's why Ravindra Jadeja was not brought on to bowl. So that means the only thing he was playing as a batsman, and he stood up again. In fact, you have to understand he's outlasted the era of Dhoni and Ashwin and Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, who were his colleagues, and he started the same time, and they are not there. He's still there. That speaks volumes about his fitness and about his abilities, because he's making the team not only as a batsman but as a bowler as well. And like you just said, Osama, very rightly so, there is no all-rounder in the world currently who's anywhere near him. So him being there in the team, we always know when we are batting that we've got Jadeja coming in, and the sword is going to be, very soon coming out. And when we've got him in the bowling part, we always know a left armer there who can pick up wickets and just take the opposition out. And also on one more thing, suppose you've got a lot of time which is left out now, because time is not only money kept, it's actually runs. So you can just bring in Ravindra Jadeja and go through 5 overs like that, because that's how good he is. He just bowls within 2-3 minutes, he bowls an over out, and you don't give a time to the batsman even to get set. So in test matches, it's all about trying to play for time, and this guy doesn't give you any time.
Absolutely. We'll be waiting for the next test match that is now going to take place at Lord's, and we'll all be hoping that India does exactly what they did in this particular test match. And
Osama, before you go, Shubman Gill, at the age of 13 and a half, playing for Minerva, was playing against the Delhi senior Ranji team in the Gold Cup in Uttarakhand, and he scored 145 that day. That day, Gurkirat Maan, Manan Vora, all were in the team, and that day these boys said, "Oh my God, this guy's got a great head on his shoulders. He will be such a great batsman for India." And oh my God, fast forward to 2025, he's going to be a legend. So I'm getting goosebumps even right now.
We are all proud of Shubman Gill. And yes, Rika, please make your point. Yes.
I also have a Shubman Gill story on the similar lines. The very last interview that Dean Jones had done to a journalist, was with me. And I had asked him who he thinks is the batter of the next decade, and he picked out one man, and that was a few years ago. He said only one Gill called Shubman Gill.
He is the future, he is the prince, and we are all hoping that he carries this team like he did in this particular match as well. Rika Roy and Ranjit Bajaj, thank you very much for joining us.